Have you ever wondered what all those big scientific names in your skincare products are? Niaminoside, peptides, lipids, retinol, and hyaluronic acid, just to name a few. What do they do? Why do you need them? Do you need them? Well, in today's video, I'm going to break down all those big fancy words, explain what they are, and why you may or may not need them. Welcome, my friends, and thank you so much for joining me at Simply Messi's Skincare. So welcome as I share some of my skincare secrets. They're not really secrets. It's just basic skincare. If you do these things consistently every day, year after year, you'll see results. Consistency is the key. Okay, so I am calling this skincare basics because there is so much that a person can do to their skin these days that really is not necessary. If you have a skin issue or as you age, there are some different things you might want to have done, or I'm just not a big believer in having all of these procedures done. I like to address things naturally. And if you are consistent with these things, the younger you start, obviously, the better it's going to be. Then I just believe that you will have the best skin that you can have. Okay, so I just wanted to add that there are those instances where, a procedure may be necessary, but those instances are rare. I just see and hear of so many people doing peels and injections, and it's really not necessary. Embrace your individuality. A lot of people are starting to have the same face, the same lips, the same everything. I totally understand that when you look in the mirror, you have to be happy with the reflection that is looking back at you. But if you are really having some concerns but not liking the reflection that you see looking back at you in the mirror, then you might have some other issues going on that you need to address. And I don't say that in a comical way. I know it could be a very serious issue, but I just wanted to point that out with a lot of people having these procedures done that they really do not need. And I also believe in aging gracefully. There is beauty in every season of your life, so just embrace it. So when it comes to basic skincare, I am referring to cleansing, toning, applying like any serums if you need to address maybe an acne or discoloration or large pores or anti-aging wrinkles, and then exfoliating. And exfoliation does not need to be done daily, but exfoliating, and then moisturizing. Also skincare is not just about what you put on your skin, what you put on your face, but it's also about what you put in your body. Like, what are you eating? What are you drinking? It all comes together. It all affects your skin. Are you eating a lot of sugar? Are you consuming a lot of acidic beverages? Lifestyle. What is your lifestyle like? All of these things are factors in your total health and overall, like how your skin is. Of course, it's hereditary, some genetics, DNA things working in there. Skincare embodies so much. Just wanted to point that out as well. And I just wanted to add a quick disclaimer that I am not a dermatologist or a licensed esthetician, not yet anyway. I am a lifetime learner, but I am coming to you from decades, literally decades of experience. So I am sharing my experience with you in my Skincare Basics 101. Now I want to go over each step and kind of show you what I do twice a day. Sometimes I'll skip the nighttime. But I try to do my best to be consistent because consistency is the key. Okay, so first there is cleansing. Sometimes I will start my cleansing routine with a cleansing cloth if I see that there is some residual makeup that was left on from the night before, or if I did just a quick clean with the cleansing cloth the night before. And just another quick disclaimer, you will see me sharing some of the products that I use. However, this video is not sponsored. Now you'll notice that I'm very thorough with each step of the process. And one thing that you also want to ensure that you're doing is waiting enough time in between each step to allow the product to do what it needs to do. After the cleanse, we want to tone the skin. And toning also helps to remove any leftover dirt on the skin, but most importantly, it helps to balance out the skin's pH balance. It also helps the other products, the effectiveness of the products that you're going to follow up with after the toning. There's some toners, they just really treat the top layer of the skin. This milky toner goes a little bit deeper. So it's going to feel a little tacky. So I'm just checking to make sure that the toner has really absorbed into my skin before I move on to the next step. Okay, the next step is applying any serums to the skin. And I try to make it a rule to only use one serum at a time. Right now, I am using a retinol serum. There are other serums out there, vitamin C, which is one that you should be using as well. That's going to brighten the skin. But even in that, I pick and choose. I may do one in the morning and one in the night. But to do a double serum or triple serums, as you see, sometimes it's unnecessary. So if you use too many products on the skin all at the same time, you run the risk of them being less effective. And or if you have some sort of allergic reaction to one of the products, you will have more of a difficult time trying to narrow down which product it was that caused any type of irritation. Usually I will do like either a vitamin C around my eyes or some sort of anti-wrinkling, and I do just kind of dab it. And you always want to be gentle with your skin, especially around the eyes, simply because the skin around the eye is thinner and therefore more fragile. And you want to go in an upward motion because you are always working against gravity. I usually also include a quick lip scrub in my skincare regimen. This particular brand says to leave it on for 3 minutes and then rub it off, but I usually just leave it on. There's no harm in leaving it on. And the next step after the serum would be moisturizing. Now, moisturizing is so key to keeping the skin looking healthy, vibrant, and just alive. Especially the older we get, moisture is going to be your best friend. And then the last step when it comes to skincare that people really do not consider to be skincare is applying a sunscreen. Applying a sunscreen should be a part of your daily skincare regimen. And there are some moisturizers out there that have sunscreen built in. So make sure that the last step you're doing, after your moisturizing is to apply a sunscreen. Always, always, always protecting your skin from the sun is going to be key. The sun is probably the number one thing that can damage your skin that people just don't They don't realize that how much the sun, not protecting your skin from the sun's rays, can age you. It looks great when you're younger and you're like, oh, I'm out in the sun, I'm tanning, I look so good. And you do. But you're going to pay for that the older you get because it's going to show in your skin. Now, you're going to tan naturally, even darker skin tans. We all tan. The more melanin you have in your skin, just because you're dark, does not mean that you're not going to tan. The sunscreen is going to protect you from damaging your skin. It's going to help with the fine lines and wrinkles and your skin just getting damaged, skin cancers and things like that. And it's going to just protect your skin from burning. So yeah, that is one of the biggest things. And like I said, these are not really secrets. The secret is consistency. Hyaluronic acid. Just what is it, and why would you want to put anything with the word acid in it on your skin? Basically, hyaluronic acid offers a range of benefits, but its primary focus is hydrating the skin and joint health. And although it has acid in its name and a low pH balance in its pure scientific form, it's not an exfoliant and functions as a hydrator, a type of sugar-based molecule that attracts and binds moisture to the skin, unlike exfoliating acids such as glycolic acid. Vitamin C is awesome for the skin. Basically, it's a skin brightening serum. It helps to even out the skin's tone, addressing things like discoloration. And due to its powerful antioxidants, it's naturally aligned against free radicals, which is the daily stress in the environment that we all face each and every day. And when it comes to potency, look for serums that range between 10 and 20%. This will help to ensure the effectiveness of the serum. However, daily use, i.e. consistency, is key. Retinol is a derivative of vitamin A. It has an anti-aging effect. It can be used to treat acne, and it can help to improve your skin's texture. Now, if there's a particular skin concern that you're addressing, please consult your dermatologist. However, the two serums that I highly recommend for daily use would be vitamin C in the morning and retinol at night. And there's one other thing to note about retinol. Because it can be used to treat acne, you may want to start out slowly, maybe every other day, to see how your skin will react to the active ingredient in the serum. You may not even have a reaction, but it is advised to introduce retinol gradually. However, the benefits far outweigh the possible temporary reactions. Again, consult your dermatologist if needed. Niacinamide is a serum that I would recommend if you are trying to address a specific issue. It strengthens the skin's barrier, reduces inflammation, minimizes pores. That's what I meant when I said pick two serums and try to stick with those serums. And you could switch out from time to time if you want to switch over to a niacinamide. It just depends on what you are trying to achieve in your skincare routine and or if you are addressing a specific issue. But niacinamide is a good solid serum to have in your arsenal as well. Peptides. When you think of peptides, think plumping. Peptides have a plumping effect because they benefit the skin by promoting firmness and improving elasticity. They are the building blocks for collagen. Collagen provide the structure for tissues like cartilage, skin, and tendons. That's why you hear about, the bone broth and collagen. It's a big thing because they're proteins that make up literally part of our body. And it says that our body produces collagen from the amino acids that we take in through food. However, this ability starts to decline around the age of 20. Now, any steps beyond that would go into the makeup category. Because if you are going to go on to apply any makeup after your skincare regimen is done, I would suggest starting with a primer. And the type of primer that you get Could depend on if you're trying to address an issue. There are hydrating primers. There are primers that are color correcting. There are primers that can, blur effect or reduce the size of pores. They're mattifying primers. It really just depends. Basically, the primary purpose of a primer is to act as a barrier between your skin and the makeup. I'm gonna stop it at there because this is a skincare video, so I just want to give the basics of skincare and the order in which to apply your skincare. So that's about it for skincare basics, but please join me for my review of the Boydens Bio Collagen Real Deep Mask. Does it really turn into a glass-like appearance? And I'll also share a couple of things that I do that are non-products, but just things that I do that I work into my skincare regimen. Bye-bye for now.